In Washington, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Thursday emerged from talks with US President Donald Trump, saying the two leaders coordinated steps they believe are vital to Israel's security and efforts to counter Iran.
I just finished an excellent meeting with President Trump. When I say excellent, I don't mean it in a superficial way. A conversation with full partnership, with mutual support, with an understanding of the common goal of ensuring that Iran does not have nuclear weapons, and other goals as well.
President Trump says sustained military pressure has weakened Iran and argues it has pushed Tehran back toward negotiations.
Pretty much destroyed their military. They want to meet, and we're meeting. We'll see what happens. There's a chance we could make a deal. Without what we did, they wouldn't even be talking to us. They requested a meeting through their surrogates and directly. And we're meeting, and, good things can happen.
Despite Trump's positive tone, fighting in the region is spreading. According to the U.S. military, Iran-backed armed groups launched dozens of drone and rocket attacks over 72 hours, targeting American positions in Iraq and Saudi oil facilities. Washington and Riyadh responded with strikes on Iran-aligned militia positions in eastern Iraq, with officials saying at least 20 fighters were killed. This round of escalation has now reached Jordan. U.S. officials say ballistic missiles fired by Iran targeted an American military base, but were intercepted before reaching their target. Saudi Arabia says it also intercepted drones aimed at energy infrastructure, blaming Iran-backed groups operating from Iraq. Further south, another front has emerged. Yemen's Iran-backed Houthis say they targeted a Saudi oil tanker in the Red Sea after declaring a blockade on Saudi-linked shipping after the kingdom recently targeted Sana'a airport. The attacks are adding pressure to one of the world's busiest shipping routes. Influential Iraqi cleric Muqtada Sadr has urged Iran's Revolutionary Guards and allied militias not to use Iraqi territory, warning that the country must not be dragged into another regional war. Ukraine has also stepped into the conflict. It struck a vessel in the Caspian Sea, accusing Iran of continuing to supply weapons to Russia. Iran's Revolutionary Guards have also warned civilians to stay at least 500 meters away from U.S. military bases in the region. Attention is now turning to the Strait of Hormuz, where around one-fifth of global oil trade passes. Tehran has threatened to block vessels linked to countries supporting Washington.
While warning the criminal president of the United States about the consequences of this unlawful action, we also announced to all companies and countries that choose to embrace Trump's proposal and make use of Iran's frozen assets under this pretext that, from this point forward, the armed forces of the Islamic Republic of Iran will not allow any of their vessels to pass through the Strait of Hormuz.
The battle lines are widening, and so are the risks. Nizar, Sadawi, TRT World.